Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, Dio here with the first 10 turns guide for Lokhir Fellheart on the very hard difficulty in Mortal Empires. Once again, I put this to a vote and Lokhir was a favourite, followed closely by the Twilight Sisters, so I'll cover those in the next video. Before I get into this guide, it's worth noting that Lokhir's starting location is absolutely tragic and may be worth relocating to a nicer part of the world, such as Ulthuan, but for the purposes of this guide, we will be sticking to Lustria. Anyway, without further ado, let's get to it. To start things off, attack marks of the old ones with Lokhir and make sure to fight this battle manually. Set up your army between these rock formations to completely prevent the enemy from flanking you. Send your Manticore off to intercept the reinforcing enemy army and try to tank as many units as possible. Then use your Black Ark abilities on the biggest groups of enemies to cause as much damage as possible. Try to get your Manticore out of there as quickly as you can, but don't worry if it rampages, just try not to lose it in this battle as it comes in handy later. This should separate the slingers away from the army, so use your Manticore to keep them busy for the rest of the battle. Try to use Lokhir to hold off as many units as possible while your ranged unit do most of the work here, and don't forget to use Lokhir's dreaded duelist ability as much as you are able to. Again, use your Black Ark abilities on the biggest groups of enemies to cause maximum damage, and prioritize the enemy Night Runners with your ranged units. After the battle, occupy the settlement and grab Route Marcher on Lokhir. Disband the 2 units of Corsairs on your Black Ark to save money for now, and demolish the barracks in Chipotle. Move your Black Ark down to Mangrove Coast and search the ruin. I've linked a very helpful guide on puzzles in the description below to help you solve all puzzles in the game and ensure you always get a nice reward. Head over to your tech tree and go straight down the Revel in Suffering for the extra 25 growth faction wide. Recruit 2 Black Ark Corsairs with handbows and 3 Dark Shards on Lokhir before ending your first turn. Begin moving Lokhir down towards Oxel. Recruit more Black Ark Corsairs with handbows and Dark Shards into his army and build a gold mining pit in Chipotle. You won't be able to attack Skrog this turn, so move a little closer to recruit 1 more Spearman unit and Black Ark Corsairs with handbows. Skrog always seems to be hanging out outside the city, so attack him directly and declare war. As the auto-resolve is a valiant defeat, you'll have to fight this one manually. Deploy your army in the tree line here and make sure all units are hidden. Use your Manticore to lure the enemy artillery and waste all of their ammo before moving into position. Once their ammo runs out, move your infantry up front to hold the choke point with Corsairs close behind and Dark Shards behind them. The AI will create large blobs of units while forming up, which makes for great opportunity to blast them with your Black Ark abilities. The enemy will spawn 1 Clan Riot unit, so keep an eye out for it once you reveal your units. Keep using your Black Ark abilities as the enemy funnels through the choke point for some serious damage. Watch the left flank as the AI will send some units that way, so send a few units to intercept them along with the Manticore to reduce their morale. Your frontline units will get overwhelmed quickly, so use your Corsair units and Lord to plug any gaps in your front line. Use the last of your Black Ark abilities to help clear the left flank. The AI might have a huge numbers advantage, but this choke point turns them into juicy targets for your ranged units for an easy win. After the battle, enslave captives for replenishment. Then attack the settlement of Oxel. As long as you didn't lose your Manticore up to this point, you'll be able to easily auto-resolve this. You can either occupy or loot, or occupy the settlement, and grab Dreaded Slaver on Lokhir. As Skrog is still alive, move Lokhir outside the city because Skrog will besiege the settlement, preventing replenishment or recruitment. Replace any melee infantry unit in your army with handbow Corsairs and Dark Shards. Attack and take out what's left of Skrog's faction and enslave captives post-battle for more replenishment. Move Lokhir back to the settlement and grab Dreaded Slaver on him as well. Demolish the barracks in Oxel and upgrade your gold mine to tier 2. Move Lokhir to Sabatim and search the ruins for extra money. You might also get lucky like I did and get a decent item for your lord. Using the extra money you've gained, colonize Mangrove Coast with your Black Ark and repair the settlement. Build Dark Elf manors in Oxel and demolish the barracks in Marks of the Old Ones. Set the province commandment to increase slave production quota for more growth. You'll soon have a rebellion in this province, so move Lokhir within reinforcement range, but do not garrison him. Build another Dark Elf manors building in the Marks of the Old Ones. You can begin to use the Black Ark to collect any sea treasures lying around for extra gold. You can try and set up an ambush for the rebel army in case they attack on the same turn. Upgrade Oxel to tier 2 and repair the port in Mangrove Coast. Take out the rebel army with an easy auto-resolve and enslave captives again. Grab Infamous Raider on Lokhir and begin moving towards Mangrove Coast in march stance. Also begin upgrading your Ark to tier 2. Move Lokhir over to Chipotle via to sea and prepare for an attack from Teklis. Move your Black Ark to Mangrove Coast to help defend there. Upgrade Mangrove Coast to tier 2 next. And that's it! The first 10 turns as Lokhir Fellheart on the very hard difficulty in Mortal Empires. Teklis should be your next target as he's going to declare war on you any turn now. I tend to wait for him to attack first and take his main army out at sea before taking both of his settlements. I generally find the Lizardmen to be very passive due to your high power ranking in diplomacy, so I'm usually able to take them out one-on-one while expanding further west. The Vampire Coast are usually an easy target as well, but this territory is a pain to hold due to corruption, so I tend to leave it for last once I have a spare army or Black Arks to fight rebellions. Black Arks are extremely powerful, as they do not count towards your supply lines and have a huge upkeep reduction bonus for all units, so make sure to use them. On top of giving various bonuses to all armies within their sphere of influence, they can also attack, occupy, and defend coastal settlements, which makes them extremely valuable. If you like this guide, please don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more Total War Warhammer guides. There's another poll currently going live on my channel, so be sure to check it out and vote for which lore you'd like to see me cover next. See you next time. Toodles.